Well, looks like another inside day. It's noon. Back at it, working on Lucky 13 here. This old 46 been in my family for years. Even my grandpa owned it back in the 50s. Been in a barn, good 40 years, partially restored. All right, I think today we're gonna do transmission. This pan, it's toast. It sat in my dad's barn for about a year or so while I finished boxing and cleaning this frame up. So that pan was on blocks, moved around a few times, so I got a new one. That shouldn't be too bad.
Not.
And then I have some AN lines. I'm gonna run AN lines along my frame up to my transmission cooler, which is on the radiator. So that's what I'm gonna do today, work on that transmission. Oh, shifter. Yeah, I'm gonna hook up the shifter too. I don't know, I got a bunch of parts in there. I'm gonna put my center section of floor in. This is where I left off last time. We bolted the cab to the frame and my floor line up, my body mounts. And then yeah, I'm gonna bring this center section of steel back in, and that has the e-brake and the shifter integrated in it. So then I could run that shifter cable to the transmission, and that's one step closer to hitting the road. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I'm working with today. I got me Turbo 350 oil pan, probably Chinese. Sorry, don't tell anybody. My transmission. This is the Russell fitting I used to transfer your lines into AN fittings. Yeah, those little guys right there. That'll go to my AN6. I'll route them around up to the radiator. So I'm gonna pull the old pan off and take that whole length of hose and put straight on each end and kind of work it up the frame, and then whatever's left over I'll cut off up there by the radiator. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, here's your reminder not to buy cheap shit. It looks nice, but that stock one's just better. The corners, 3 of them, they were tight. 2 of them up front, I couldn't even get the lock washer on because there's not enough clearance to the sidewall of the pan, but I was this close to tearing the whole thing out and reaming them out with the drill. Just these corners so they would line up. And then as I go, I'm torquing all my bolts because I just kind of slapped this thing together. So I'm going back through. I gotta go through all the rear end suspension too. All that stuff's just kind of finger tight. But all right, I got this done. And I'm gonna work on the lines now. I'll be back when I get those cables made up. Got my helper today. Yeah, run her through. Here, let me get the light on so I can see. You got her? Oh yeah. That's plenty, man. Now find, yeah, that's plenty. Take some back, like 5 feet. Way too much. Okay. Now send me the other end. Oh shit. Okay, that's good. Try not to smack that end of my car over there, okay? That'd be sweet.
Other end.
Yep, the other end with the blue fitting on it. Send that back down the same way. Yeah. Just gotta remember. That's cool. Gotta remember. Can't remember where I was gonna mount it. I had this all figured out at one time. Some holes are for brake lines and some holes are for the transmission lines. But I'll temp them in up there and see what looks good. I try to keep away from the heavy. Okay, on another episode of Don't Buy That. Oh, shifter bracket doesn't fit either. See, the hole isn't lined up. So I have to, I'm gonna grind that side down a little bit so there's more clearance. And I don't think the bolts are long enough either. This is a little thicker. Always something. Just a little update. A couple days later. Almost got the shifter in. I remember when I built this, not last winter, the winter before. I wanted everything recessed so the cable comes out. You know, I don't have to have the cable dive under the carpet and look like ass. I remember when I built this, I went, man, that's gonna suck putting that together. Especially that little grommet right there, that little grommet. Fuck you. You know what? Anyway, that sucked. And I messed up. I hooked up the transmission end first because that was the bracket I needed to modify because of that pan, that Chinese piece of junk pan I bought. Put the wrong end on. It had to go through this way first. So I had to undo that and start over. So now I'm going to bolt that down and then I'll go back and hook the transmission side up again. Alright, and this is permanent. I'm not taking this back out. Alright, be right back. Me again, still here. Fun fact, you can't get that bolt in with the cable attached. So that's fun. So I had to take that cotter pin back out after I bent it. So that was fun. Anyway, that's why I hate engineers, man. Ah, damn. There's only one bolt. I knew about these two. I had that one figured out. Anyway. You know what else sucks? That. I'm gonna be here all day. I live my life 1/4 turn at a time. If that. Well, like 16th or an 8. Alright, I'm gonna come back in a couple hours when I'm done with this. There, I got it all done for the last time. At least I welded nuts on the bottom, so that did help. That's all done. And I got this guy going in next. There's a boot that comes with it. And let's see, I'm dwindling down my little baggies of stuff. Getting smaller. That is the reverse lights, and then I believe the lockout. So that's something else I gotta think of now. I gotta get wires in there too. There's room to the left of that cable. Yeah, I can get wires out there, maybe. So there's another little beauty ring and this cheap ass looking boot. Alright, I'm gonna bolt that down, and then this epoxy shit didn't help either. I got it all in the threads. This is some of that rust inhibitor. It just sat all winter in my garage, my pole barn, and it just kind of surfaced flash rust. So I cleaned everything. I didn't want to have to do that again, so I just slapped some of that shit on there. But what happened to paint? You guys remember when paint used to stick? Even like that self-etching primer, that stuff falls out. Every little can of paint I buy now just sucks. Everything. Did you guys California my paint too? Aerosols? I can't get anything that sticks. Everything just wipes right off. Just junk. So I thought this epoxy primer would be a little tougher, but hell, that's just from stuff sitting on there. Anyway, what do you do? Alright, I'm going to bolt that in and go down and hook that cable up on the bottom again. And then that should be all set. That's the shifter. That's the business end, transmission side. Alright. I don't know. That's about it for the transmission. Well, I think I'm going to call this one a day. Wrap it up. Keep it kind of short. So transmission's done. Lines are in. Up to the radiator. I'm not going to put the radiator in yet because I got to figure out all the power steering. I did get the e-brake set up. Still need a little adjustment, and I got to trim the cables. But that's working. But that's good. That's working just fine. Steering parts coming. Pump hoses. I found the right stuff. And that'll probably be next video. So you guys want to subscribe for that. I got to hook up the double D steering and throw that pump and lines in to go from the LS modern pump to the Mustang 2. All that stuff is in the mail and ready to go. It's on its way here for next time. So hang around for that. That'll be next video. And then I got to do just the brakes. And we can rip it down the road. Heck, I don't even know if I need to do brakes now. I got the e-brake set up. That's really all you need, right? Thanks for hanging out if you made it this far, and see you, citizens.